Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Welcome to the 11th episode of the N-word, where it's not normal. It's nerd. Today we're going to be talking about all the things. We have so many things on our list of things.
And we're all here.
And we're all here. Yes,
And
we don't need to introduce ourselves. You know who we are. You loyal 4 fans.
Thanks, guys.
Tyrone and someone else. I don't know.
Start off, because I really want to know. Sorry, I'm mid-cookie right now. John, why do you hate Sony?
Okay, Tony's been bugging me for this for like 5 days, and I haven't told him. It's been bugging the hell out of him. So the PlayStation experience happened.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's where the thing that No Man's Sky under night.
Oh!
Yeah, that
It was
happening.
basically E3 for Sony. And it happened in Vegas.
Right,
and
because
it was,
they have that virtual reality thing.
it was all Sony stuff. So there was this press conference.
Cool.
Before I get into this, I'll give you a little backstory. One of my favorite games of all time, and what I feel like one of the best games of all time, is Final Fantasy VII.
I think it's widely considered
It's very, very
one of
good.
the top games of all time.
Mm-hmm. And
Although I've never played it, sorry. I haven't played any Final Fantasy games.
we should fix this.
Okay.
And
I played like 25 minutes of it.
you too. And so they started this press conference, and this guy started talking, and then the Final Fantasy VII logo showed up behind him. And everyone was like, what? And they're like, we're going to remaster Final Fantasy VII, which we've all been wanting since the PS3
The dawn of
came
time.
out. Well, the PS3 came out.
Since
and,
before Final Fantasy VII came out.
and the big thing was they showed the PS3's power by doing a remaster of the opening scene for Final Fantasy VII, which was gorgeous. It made the game look like Advent Children. It was phenomenal. And he's like, we're going to remaster Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, so let's just, rewind here. We need to, silence our phones.
I just
Like, this is a movie theater. This is a movie theater now.
Silence is golden.
Silence of the Lambs. I'm gonna silence my phone while...
You blame Tony for not having his...
Yeah, well, I blame Tony for... Okay, anyway, so, Final Fantasy VII's being remastered, apparently. Thanks,
Yes.
Sony.
So they're like, now you guys can play it on the PS4. And everyone went fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went, just like the players, just basically just the PC copy of Final Fantasy VII that has a little bit rough touched up around the edges.
Wait.
Not changed at all.
So they're basically just porting it to the PS4.
Yes, from the PC. And everyone went silent, and I got pissed.
Oh.
You don't say Final Fantasy VII remastered, and then go,
It's not really remastered, we're just porting it.
It's the original game in HD. The squares are more pixels.
There's technically 1,024 pixels per square instead of 1 pixel per square.
But the characters are still... They look like they were still in the
Blocks.
PlayStation 1. Yeah,
Right.
That's why I'm mad at Sony. Because they were like,
know-
we're doing this. No, we're not.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, why would he be mad at Sony? Oh, is it because of all of the millions of, horrible things that are happening to Sony right now? Because Sony's been through some shit.
Oh, I could never get mad for Sony for that.
Yeah, but that's... and
That's
we
what I
discussed,
thought, and I was
we
just
discussed
like,
on... When we hung out on Saturday.
Saturday.
That Sony Pictures, not
It's
Sony
Sony
as a whole.
Pictures, not Sony as a fucking whole. And the media is just like, so it's Sony, it's Sony, it's Sony. My name's Barack Obama, and it's Sony, because
Well,
I'm going to do a press conference about this.
I think
Sony
it's
Pictures.
Sony enough that you shouldn't get mad that it's specifically Sony Pictures. Because when we think of Sony, we're not like, oh, I guess that means that no more PS4 is ever going to happen.
Yeah.
I think we're all okay with Sony being a large presence. I don't know where I'm going with this. But
when I hear Sony, I don't think Spider-Man.
I don't think Spider-Man either.
Like the TVs, the
Right.
PS4, the games,
Cameras.
Electronics.
Yeah, I don't think their
media.
content side. Yeah,
But yeah, that brings me to my topic, kind of, is hackers. Hackers everywhere.
Just
Because
pouring out of our asses.
I always try to keep up on current events through the means of what's trending at the moment. And what is trending at the moment, and has been trending for the last month, have been hackers are telling Iggy Azalea to fuck off. They're telling, they're like giving nuclear information about North Korea. They're fucking up Sony, but then those are North Korean hackers that are fucking up Sony.
North Korea.
Which, like, oh, we're gonna attack America. Let's attack Sony Pictures.
I still like how they're just like, hey, if you release this movie, it's an act of war! But I'm like, you've said shit like that 24 fucking seconds.
Yeah, literally.
You pussy-ass bitches.
But, like, so my question is how, like, fragile of a society is it when you're threatened by a movie with James Franco?
When you're threatened by Seth Rogen.
When you're threatened by Seth Rogen. Like, fuck.
North Korea's society is always already backwards ass Pete. Like,
can we just, like, can we get with the United Nations and be like, let's all invade. Let's all just fuck up North Korea. They're gone already off the face of the earth. Let's just pick them up. Let's take the citizens and, like, keep them alive as best as possible. But then, the world is like supremacy, right? And, like, risk.
Political.
You can just run people and, like, diplomacy, right? You can just, like, run people in there and be like, okay, no, it's mine.
exactly.
You can do that, right?
Not terribly how it works.
The only problem with that is North Korea's only ally is China.
They're an ally?
Yeah, they're allies. So if you invade China, then
That's why
or
we
you invade North
haven't
Korea, then
evaporated
you
the
piss off China.
Island.
Oh.
So then China's like, so world economy, it's gonna take a shit on that.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. So it really isn't like diplomacy, but
But I do feel if they decide to sell it online, brilliant marketing, because there is nothing that American loves more than something that they're not.
You're talking about
supposed to
selling
have.
North Korea.
oh yeah,
It's like you're selling North Korea.
Well, you could probably sell it.
it'll be
Yeah.
No,
Avatar,
selling the movie, the interview.
the movie that
Yeah.
threatened North Korea again.
Right?
Again.
I didn't want to watch it, but now I kind of do.
It's
It's like that South Park episode where Cartman gets a amusement park, and he kicks everyone out.
Oh
I've never
yeah,
seen that
P.
Yeah.
I think that's the episode. No, that's the one because he
Where
buys.
Kyle
He
gets
gets his
hemorrhoids?
own amusement park because he doesn't want Mexicans peeing in the pool.
No. He just
Oh.
wanted it because he didn't want to wait in lines.
Oh. Oh.
I haven't
thought
seen
it was
it.
the P episode.
Well, anywho,
Anyways, bees.
Well-
What was it? I forgot what I was going to say.
we
Go
were
ahead.
on the interview/hackers.
Oh, right, the interview. I was like, I considered for a moment, what if the interview was, like, made by the government? What if it was a government-sponsored movie to see how fragile is North Korea? Can we, like, provoke them enough so we can actually go to war with them?
You figured it out
What
hands
if Barack
down.
Obama was like, hey, Seth and, Hey, Seth and James Franco, why don't we make a movie about me approaching you about attacking North Korea? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I can see it now in like 25 years. World War I started with an assassination. World War II caused by World War I. World War III caused by a movie with
Seth
James
Rogen.
Franco.
James Franco.
The guys that brought you Pineapple Express.
World War III, from the men that brought you Pineapple Express, comes World War III.
Oh my god, please let that be a thing.
Oh,
Jesus.
I think we've developed the slogan.
Just so
for
to my kids, I can be like,
the
you know what,
next
kids, I've seen
mass
the movie.
massacre.
I'm putting that on a
of the
t-shirt.
world.
3.
Can we do that? Let's make Nerdword t-shirts.
Okay.
Sponsored by Seth Rogen and James Franco equals World War III.
World War 3.
So, moving on from World War III, do we want to talk about what caused the World War III in Brennan's basement last week?
Oh,
Equaling diplomacy?
Tony likes to rape people in the ass.
Yeah,
I did not rape you. I came at you.
It wasn't gentle.
Don't say the word came at you.
In the sentence of rape.
I bought a game called Diplomacy that's apparently notable for ruining friendships. And I came into this knowing that it was a game and it was going to be okay. And if I lost, I would be angry at someone for like, a day. But I didn't expect to actually succeed in the game and for someone else to lose. Sorry, Brennan.
I saw it. Well,
Spoilers.
I told you when the two of them were in the dick closet
Yeah.
that Tony was gonna rape me when he came out of the
Our
closet.
listeners are gonna be like,
so
what
the
do these
game,
people do?
the game is not at all like dice based. It's all by talking to other people and making alliances and betraying alliances. Cough, cough.
And you
Tony.
basically just do World War One, and you play the countries involved.
Yeah. So
Move
John
your
was Britain and I was France, and we immediately allied. And then Tony was Turkey
Ottoman
and
Empire.
Ottoman Empire, and Brennan was Russia.
And
they
I thought we
alliance, and
allied.
we were converging into the
We're
middle of
allies
Europe.
for a little bit.
We were converging into the middle of Europe, and then John and I were like, I wonder what's going to happen next. And he was getting in, like, cahoots with Russia over there. And then Tony was like, so I think I want to attack Russia, because he left his whole area exposed. And I was like, I'm down for that. I might attack England, but then I decided not to attack England, because I wanted to still remain friends with you. In case anything bad happened, and I probably wasn't going to win that argument. But then Brennan died, and then the rest of us called a draw. So,
I just like how Brennan fired first, and then the guy that didn't attack any player people was just like, all right,
Attack your own ally.
Attack my own.
yeah,
ally.
I'm going to put that one on Brennan, though, because he had a lot of guys that could, like, do some really strategic moves and, like, take out some armies, and he just kind of sat there supporting his own guys.
Yeah.
But that makes sense because you're afraid of other people attacking you.
Retaliation.
From what I heard, that was also from Tony. He was just like, hold the line, I'll get back up there, and then I'll help you out, and we'll push him out. And so he just kind of forced him into it.
Yeah.
And Tony was just a dick all around.
Yeah, you did. But you had the most territories overall at the end of the game, so...
Yep.
So
Can
Tony was indirect.
But can I just say, the best part of the game was your, like, Hollywood-esque... When, like, turn to Tony as we were reading the
As
moves.
them moving my
And, like,
units into his territory.
Oh my god, you dickhead. Like, you just, like, slow, you're just like...
How?
What?
So
Yeah.
that was
I was gonna
diplomacy.
eat his soul that night. I see the assassins have failed.
So if you ever go into a game of diplomacy, it's only $30. But it's very fucking confusing. But if you ever go
You
into a
can
game
visit
of
Edward at
diplomacy,
Tradesmart
just
to find
know that you might have troubles talking with some of your group of friends after that game. But try and go in with the mindset that it's just a game, you know.
I was talking with a buddy of mine before we get to the next topic about diplomacy. He has his own a copy of it that he bought 30 years ago, and it's the armies and the fleets are wooden,
Yeah,
like wooden
I've seen
pegs
that, I think,
and like
Does
squares.
it have the pushy push thing?
No, it doesn't have pushy push things, but
Then
it's
it's not
like
worth it.
legit little like things and like really like
That's really cool.
hardcore or fashiony.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Next time we play diplomacy, we're totally using
the
those
pool stick.
Yeah, we're using the pool sticks to
Oh my
push the
God.
things around.
Oh god,
We'll just make this pool table into a giant map of Europe and play
that would make it a lot easier.
That would, because you're always trying to figure out what, like, especially in Denmark when everything's a huge clusterfuck of armies and supporting armies and
And like hell's right there.
yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, hell. Yeah, hell. What's
there's
that
like
called?
3
it's like
boats
Helgenbergenberg.
Helgenbergen, Smurgen.
Exactly. Both of those put
And
together.
then the Alexander Skarsgård seas directly above. The Skagerrak. That's what it's
Skagerrak.
called. Alexander
Skagerrak.
Skarsgård. That's what it was. Okay,
For those of
that
you-
was we're just rambling now.
For those of you who don't know, Americans don't know many countries that are not in America.
Georgia.
Germany.
We didn't know gulfs and straits and stuff.
Georgia.
Really? Do you? Because I don't. I know the
York.
English Channel's a thing because of diplomacy.
The Mediterranean Sea. The Black Sea.
I'll admit,
Aegean.
most of the European geography and most of the Asian geography that I know is because of Supremacy 1914
Yeah.
and Risk
Yeah.
and games like that.
Most that I know is from wine class.
What? You took a wine class?
I took 2.
2. Okay.
Was it like wine class 1 and wine class 2, or was it just like Brennan wants to drink again?
No, it was New World versus Old World wine, so it was
Okay.
comparing and contrasting and finding subtle differences in them. And then the other one was basically wine tasting
Could I ask?
awesome?
and like the history of wine.
Where
Can I
did you
ask-
take this class?
Metro.
Let's go, even though I don't like wine.
Did you know that they offer
There's a beer
blacksmithing
and there's a
classes?
spirits class.
There's a spirits class?
Yes.
I'll take the spirits
Okay.
class.
I don't know, it was maybe like 6 months ago, and it was in the middle of Calm Your Dick.
I am so calm right now.
It was like 6 months ago, right before the Renaissance Festival, and I was like, fuck it, I want to learn blacksmithing. So I was like looking up YouTube videos on like people making swords and shit. And like daggers and knives out of railroad spikes, and just like hammering the shit out of railroad spikes and curving them into like really awesome draconic looking daggers. And I was like, I want to fucking learn how to blacksmith. And so me and Corey, previous guest star of the Nerd Word, went to the Renaissance Festival, and we met a blacksmith, and we were like, how do we learn how to blacksmith? And they're like, they offer fucking classes, go do it. And we also figured out that they offer ice cream making classes. Like you can get a degree in ice cream making.
Are those both in the same department?
I hope, like, they're right next to each other. Oh, fuck, the blacksmith kids got metal shards in my dairy, like them.
This tastes great. Oh, I'm bleeding out my throat.
Oh, I'm bleeding on the shit.
What is the difference between Old World and New World wine, if I can ask? If you can sum that up in like
One's old and one's
elevator pitch.
Brennan's comic book corner of the night is,
Brennan's
what's the
wine
difference
corner.
between New World and Old World wine?
We'll see
Its
the
location.
origin story.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was like...
New World is like younger countries that's developed wine. So America, Australia, places like that. Old World wine is like France and Italy, who have been always in the wine.
Is there like a taste difference?
There is, but a lot of Old World wines have New World veins. Not veins, roots.
Oh, okay.
Because there was these little bugs that came through and killed off all the Old World wine roots. So most Old World wines have New World components in them. But there is some subtle taste differences, but a lot of that has to do with weather and climate control and soil production and everything like that.
And is it really possible, like, there's some things like in media where they're like, some guy's like tasting wine, he's like, oh, it's from the 1700 block of Italy. Like, can you like narrow it down that much?
No.
Okay.
No, those are just assholes.
Okay.
Yeah, those are just snobby douchebags most of the time. You can usually tell, like, if you have a couple of reds, some people can tell the difference between, like, a Merlot versus a Cab versus, other type of reds. You're going to know your differences between your red and white just from sight. But they do have
Unless you're
different flavors, different textures to them. How it kind of rests on the tongue.
Okay.
This wine tastes like sandpaper.
This wine is sandpaper.
Well, one of the scent notes that is used in wine class is cat pee. And
What?
This is why I don't drink it.
it's not usually, if it's good wine, it's not like the distinctive odor. But when you're sitting there with your nose in a glass and your eyes closed and you're trying to catch scent, you catch multiple scents. So it might be like cat pee, but it mostly smells like grape and apples. But there would just be like some undertone. Yeah,
I know.
That's a thing.
Like those
Getting
spoiled
drunk off your litter
Aristocats.
Those wine drinking
Aristocat
cats.
pee?
Aristocat pee.
And next topic.
Yes, please, sir. Get us out of this well that we found ourselves in.
Songs that anger you.
Schwab? Was that my topic?
That was mine.
That was
I
Joe's.
was like 3 hours ago.
Oh, what song angers you?
The one that's like, I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
That is an angering song.
Yeah.
My roommate in college played it constantly for like 3 weeks, and I was just like, no.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Poison his penis? I mean,
No, it's
Jesus.
Kelly.
Oh, it's Kelly. Oh. I
and
thought it was a bad person or something.
I just have songs that I've like attached with memories,
I do that too.
and
Yeah.
it's not so much like sometimes they'll anger me, but I wouldn't say they necessarily like cause me to twitch. I usually just man up and turn the station.
Anyone that like has ridden my car in the last couple of months and the radio is on, that song by Maroon 5, or basically any song by Maroon 5, but that one Animal, I don't even want to sing it because it's just...
sing it.
No, like
Please.
animals,
You're cool.
animals, like animals. Yeah, so it's just this awful,
I've never heard that song
whiny, fucking, like, it's not, Maroon 5 isn't even a band anymore. Because it's all just like electronic bullshit that they mixed in a blender with a couple of notes and Adam Levine's whiny Britney Spears voice. and put it in what an album titled Maroon 5. And every time I hear it on the radio, it comes on like 20 times every time you're driving your car. And I just...
Red Solo
makes me
Cup
angry.
does make me want to punch babies in the face.
Black and Yellow makes me want to punch babies in the face.
I don't know that one.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Nicki Minaj in
How
general.
the song goes.
It's my reaction.
Did I tell you about the light show?
Yeah.
When, we were just like, because it was during the tech class in the high schools, and they were just like, so we're going to do a light show. Pick 30 seconds of song, and then make a light show. And then some twats were just like,
Oh, look, black and yellow. We're just gonna flash a yellow light.
and, like, go die in a hole, please.
You should have stabbed him.
I should have.
You are allowed a railroad spike dagger while up in the booth, so that you can slice the throats of shitty students.
Yeah.
Edward is developing in his basement a vaccination to
Cure brain freezes.
Cure brain freezes.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. It's pretty complicated. So far, basically, it's just increasing your tolerance of brain freezes. We're going to pretend for this segment that I'm a mad scientist. Let's just go with that.
Okay.
I want to be a mad scientist.
So the vaccination
You're a happy scientist.
gives you a brain freeze for a half an hour.
Yeah.
But you will never have a brain freeze after that half an hour for the rest of your life. Would you do it? Would you take the vaccination?
I don't really get brain freezes that much, so
Really?
yeah.
Oh.
I usually if
I just
I'm
like
sipping
really
something
like
cold,
ices
I'm
and stuff.
cautious.
I just really like ices and Slurpees and stuff, and I get brain freezes all the time.
I think I'd take the offer. Just because with like cold things, I'm like a cartoon character. I'll get brain freezes 3 or 4 times if I'm drinking something like cold enough and it's a big enough container.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just drink something cold, you just start
Just to
spinning
spare
around.
yourself, like, embarrassment. I would like to... See, I think I might do it, but only so that I can impress other people with, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna chug this whole Slurpee down, bitch.
And you're just like, what?
What? My brain isn't hurting at all. A tolerance to brain... I've developed, spent the last 20 years developing a tolerance to iocane powder. Sorry, I hate that movie.
You hate that movie?
I really
hate that
don't like
movie.
that movie. Princess Bride?
Yeah.
First time I've only seen it once, and that was the only time I needed to see it, because I hated
It's
it the whole way
inconceivable.
That's a good job, John.
through. I hated it all the way through, I'm sorry.
I think you need to watch it again with the right people while having brain freezes.
It just
Anybody want a
annoyed me,
peanut?
though.
Yeah.
Well, I did watch it in class, so I suppose...
Well,
There it
you
is.
Kind of, yeah, you've got
you
that bad
develop
taste in your
negative
mouth.
connotations.
Yeah. Anything you watch in class is bad. You watch porn in class?
Except
it's
for
bad.
Jesus Christ Superstar. I watched
What
Jesus...
school did you go to?
Wait, let's rewind. What did you just say?
Nothing. I said
You
nothing.
said that you could watch porn in class and it'd be bad.
That's like it.
But
Deer Creek.
there's a
when I
lot
was
of
in-
porn that's bad.
Wait. What? John?
I was in middle school, and I was in a
Is
class.
this the thing where you threatened to blow up the school?
No, I did not threaten to blow up the school. I knew a kid who threatened to blow up the school with a propane tank, which would not have worked.
Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
Moving on.
Moving on.
No, we had to. It was like some science class, and this kid was doing a report on beavers, and Googled beavers.
Oh.
Oh my god, Safe Search was off, wasn't it?
This was before Safe Search.
This is before Safe Search was a
Oh,
thing.
when you could win the internet at
Well,
McDonald's?
this is where you could like ask Jeeves things.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Although, you know,
We're all just like, yeah.
for
Yeah.
Jeeves,
Beavers.
for how crappy he was, he didn't mention as much porn as Google does. I am, just saying.
I like it for freaking Google.
Fucking ask Jeeves.
Obama documentary. Here, you want this picture of a black cock? No, I don't, Google. No, I don't.
I don't think that's what Google does.
There's like a Google mastermind.
Maybe I'm the
like,
only one. Maybe
no.
my Safe Search is on, but I
was like, am I
don't
using it
experience
right?
that. I don't experience random black cocks on the internet. I only experience black cocks
When you
I
want
feel-
them.
When I want
You
them.
want them.
When the
On
urge
my-
comes along.
I mean, once in a while. Black cocks do the trick.
Should we move topics?
Should we move topics? Yes, please.
As you wish.
It's devolving to
Turtles.
the first episode.
Turtles!
And
Tony and I, yesterday, watched
Up
Teenage
Turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
The Michael Bay version.
And I'm surprised.
We enjoyed it.
I think like a maximum of 3 things exploded through the whole movie.
wow.
I know, right?
Okay, these are the two straights that are saying that they liked it. Was it because of Megan Fox?
No.
No. I saw her toe thumb, though.
Her toe thumb?
He
She's
apparently
got a
has this theory that she has toes for thumbs.
So you both have a foot fetish.
You know,
No!
you know those people with the weird thumbs that you're just like, damn, look like toes, and they're like, yeah, man, you're like, damn.
I try not to judge people by their
Did you just
phalanges.
say words?
I did.
I try not to judge people by their phalanges.
Yeah, like, the people, like, walk up to you and, like, you try to shake their hand and you're like, I'm sorry, you have toes for fingers.
No, because they don't examine their
Fingers,
hands.
fingers.
Okay, if they have dick fingers, then I'm not going to shake their damn hand, because that's about the same as, a hand job.
Oh my god, can we play Cards Against Humanity charades?
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god.
It's where you take a
A white card?
white card and you just have to act it out and see if someone guesses it.
There's a game called Table Simulator that you can play Cards Against Humanity on your laptop online with friends.
You just curled into a position.
That
Was that
is not
a
a position.
nergasm or a seizure? Like, do I need to call someone?
That was body threats.
Is that what that was?
I think
Is
so.
there a difference between an orgasm and a seizure? Because if so, then I need a hospital. No, I made that too far. I needed to set up the joke. That was a weird one. I made it weird.
All right, clean pants all
I
around.
just
for
made the
turtle
last two
subjects.
topics end because I added something about dicks.
Yeah.
And orgasms. Okay,
Usually it's
wait.
good.
No, wait. I don't want to end this yet because
We're
I still want to
on
talk about turtles.
Okay.
Because I don't like turtles. I don't like
Did you
Michael
see
Bay. No, I didn't see it.
Okay.
I don't want to see it.
I don't wanna.
Oh, mama.
Because it's like it just looked really shitty. It looked like he did a shitty job and he wanted to do turtles because it would make money.
Let's say I was slightly cautious from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer is not indicative of the movie.
Yeah, it's not. And to be honest, I was expecting it to be shit and everything would explode. Like Megan Fox would just walk up and her face would fucking explode.
I'd
To
be
be
okay
fair-
with that.
I liked Will Arnett more than Megan Fox in that movie.
Who is Will Arnett?
He plays her cameraman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like Will Arnett.
He was funny.
Yeah, he was funny, and he made like the human component better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was not surprised. That was a shock to see Oprah, not Oprah,
Fucking what's her face?
Whoopi Goldberg show
The
up in
only
there.
place I know her from a Star
Yeah,
Trek.
she is in that. She is
Yeah.
in the movie. Yeah,
But no,
I'm very cautious because nothing Michael Bay has done has ever like interested me or made me feel like, oh, that was a good film. Well, like I feel like I have nothing to gain by going to one of those movies besides losing my $10.50 on my ticket.
Yeah, it's not gonna like win any awards or be like a
It's
a
better
cinematic
than
masterpiece.
Transformers.
It's better than Transformers.
By
And it just
far.
it
That's
captures
good.
it captured
yeah.
like the turtles, like their different personalities.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and it just kind of
Especially Michelangelo's.
Oh god,
Oh
it
my
was
god.
fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I really liked it for a movie where you sit down and want to lose yourself for an hour and 41 minutes. It's
And Modern Shredder's a badass.
yes,
Oh my
holy
god.
crap.
Like
It was epic.
Tony Stark and then some old samurai dude just like had a baby. Yeah, it's
I had a
kinda
dream like that.
Did you wake up with either a seizure or an orgasm?
Yes.
Okay, TMNT. I might have to actually see that.
Yeah.
I'll take your.
It's been like
advice.
$1 Redbox it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What else we got?
Don't starve together. Which, personally,
Yeah.
cannibalism is okay once your buddy turns around.
What part of
You
him are you
can't
eating?
cannibalize that game.
So
you gotta bash him in the head with
Oh.
a rock.
Tony and I played a thing, and then we recorded it, and I'm posting a video of it tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, the Tuesday of like
Tuesday the Tuesdays.
Tuesday, the Tuesday.
It'll be the 23rd of December that he posted.
23rd. It'll be the
Which is a
23rd.
Tuesday.
So I will have already
Crap.
posted
I
it.
know.
Go back and watch it because we had a lot of fun.
We did have a
I'm
lot.
excited to watch it myself.
It's very, very fun. It's such a fun game, and it has. I feel like you can compare too many things to Minecraft now.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's
But
its own
because
genre, I feel.
it's a survival game.
Yeah.
Survival game. I think so. Minecraft is like the epitome of survival games, and everything else kind of fits in that gist of it. But it is definitely very standalone, where I feel like it didn't rip anything off. Like it's an original
And
idea.
I think it's more complicated than Minecraft because in Reign of
It's so
Giants you
complicated.
can overheat and you have to like hide under trees in the
Yeah,
summer.
there's, like,
cool
temperature
off.
and
Like,
shit.
It's insane.
It is.
There's a game like that I really like and wish it worked better on my computer, but called Project Zomboid, which is that kind of style where you worry about overheating and hunger and sickness and and depression and boredom, and it's in a zombie apocalypse. And you're going around these huge towns and you're looting houses and making your...
And don't you like one bite and you're fucked?
Yes.
Wow.
And if you get bit, you have like 2-3 days max.
Wow. That's cool.
It's
See, I like games like that because it's hard.
Yes.
It's really, really difficult.
Which brings us to our next topic. Gamers these days want easy games.
Let's start.
Do they? I don't think so.
There's a subsection of like gamers that... Because there's the reason that like Dragon Age went more modernized and became easier and less like a hardcore nerdy RPG. Call of Duty, almost any first-person shooter nowadays has aim assist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything is more streamlined, and you're choosing less decisions, and it's less about like thinking about the game, how you want to play, and more how fast you can twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Twitch shooters drive me up the fucking wall, as
And-
I have said
Yeah.
on many occasions.
And I hate it that it's incorporating itself into reviews, which I already hate reviews because it should be telling you about the game, not telling you how this specific individual feels about the game. But a lot of reviews are just, like, take Alien Isolation, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I love the game as an Alien fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it fixed, Colonial Marines for me.
Right.
And, like, it was like GameSpot and someone else. Their only thing that they complained about was, it's too long and it's too hard. 6 out of 10. They're like, I can't, it's too hard. And the developers are just like, so we designed the game to be too hard because of motherfucking Xenomorph. So, meh.
Did you ever see that, first of all, TED Talks? Have you ever watched TED Talks?
I have.
Have you seen that one about the girl, the video game designer? And how video games positively affect your life. And
I've seen articles like that. But
I've seen articles.
She makes a point of expressing the epic win and how that is like such a key element in video games that we need to cherish more often, because the epic win is the success that you didn't even know was possible until you did it. That face of that feeling of just pure epic wonderfulness because I did it after trying a million times, after doing the impossible. I feel like the hero because I did something impossible and I did it. And I feel like with the easy games nowadays that they keep making, it kills that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Because in Call of Duty, you can just, you can use 2 buttons and probably beat the whole fucking game. You can use your analog stick to just freaking swing your character around and the fire stick. There you go. That's all you
Fire
need.
stick.
Fire stick.
The fire button.
The torch.
R1. There.
Yeah, but where's the fun in video games now? If you're just there to watch.
Well, and that kind of loops us back to
happen.
many an episode ago when we talked about Gamergate, where there's a section of gamers that they think that gaming should be just about entertainment, where you can turn yourself off, you don't have to think, and it should just be entertainment, and you don't have to, And I'm like, that's the exact opposite of gaming, and gaming, when it started, it was so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, like, telling my brother the other day that when I was a kid...
And we played Pong.
And when I played things, and like I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Yeah, we're not that old. I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time. I could not get past the first boss because I did it wrong. And like, I played all these games where I could get like this Indiana Jones game on the SNES. I could not get past the 3rd level because it was too hard. You had limited lives. Once your lives were done, that was it.
It's the difference between Dungeons and Dragons and Uno.
Yeah.
You know? Because somehow on a 100-page rule book You would think, why would you want to play a game with 100 pages of rules? That's just so much. There's so much difficulty to that. But that's where the epic win happens. That's where it is impossible. That's what makes it impossible. But it's completing that is the ultimate reward.
As someone that doesn't play as many games as the rest of us who have no life on this couch, what do you feel about like the difficulty in games? And
I do like having I feel like there are games that it's good when they're complex, like when you've got the day to work on problems, and then there are the other times where you just want to kill something and then for like an hour and then go to bed. And I understand having both. I feel like they should have both, but they shouldn't ruin good games to make it an easier game. And that should be its own kind of category. Like, you want easy, you want simple play, this is the game for you. You want complex, you want problem solving, you want mind teasers, you want, actual skill has to be involved, this is the game for you. Make sure you have the next 3 days off.
True that. Here.
Well, yeah, like, ease of accessibility is like the term that's thrown around a lot for that. And I agree, there's some things that need to be easy. But, like, I'm not a fan of just killing a franchise for that ease of accessibility.
Yeah. And like I said, it should be something totally different. Like, you don't need to take something that it has been progressing and working its way and to become a good brand. Don't make that easy just because the lazy people want to play that particular game. Make them their own game. Have it be something completely different.
Right.
You don't need to tarnish what you already have to get to that market. There are other ways there.
And that's partially why I'm really excited for Evolve coming out. Oh my gosh, so excited. I was watching the live stream earlier before I showed up here.
Do we want to explain what Evolve is?
Evolve is a game being made by the people who made Left 4 Dead. Turtle Rock Studios. Turtle. And it is a 5-player arena game, 4 versus 1. The 4 people are bounty hunters. There's a medic, a support, an assault, and a trapper.
And there's vastly different medics.
They're vastly different medics, vastly different trappers. Everyone has their own special abilities. And versus 1, a gigantic, horrible, horrifying monster. So there's the Goliath. You can play as the Kraken.
Cthulhu baby, woo!
Cthulhu baby,
Electric
and then
Cthulhu mouse.
The Wraith. Oh my god, the Wraith. Oh, it's fucking cool. And it's so difficult. It's so hard because there's so many things that you're trying to have to manage at once. Like, for example, if you're the monster, you're trying to kill 4 really powerful people, all powering each other up while trying to kill you, while their sole purpose is to kill you. And it's really hard for the other 4 because this thing is huge and it's really hard to kill and it's really fast. And
and you're also fighting the environment too.
Yeah, the environment is an added, just this other horrifying monsters, slightly smaller than the big monster, that are all trying to kill everything at the same time. And the monsters trying to eat those things and eat the people. And while you're managing all of those different things, you just have one goal in mind, and it's hugely team-based. And it's so hard, but it's so fun.
And it's crazy that Turtle Rock Studios balanced it.
Yeah!
Well, we don't know if they balanced
it definitely used to be unbalanced.
Well, yeah, but we haven't played it.
Well, yeah, but there's been a lot of playtests and stuff.
There's been a lot of playtests, and I've watched a lot of the live streams, and I can see the notable difference of what their balancing has been doing.
Because the hunters of the monster can drastically screw up and die within a minute.
Yeah. And it used to be that the monster was already a huge beast. And it starts out rather small, and its goal is to evolve over the course of the map.
Title drop, roll credits.
He said it! It's the monster's goal to stay alive for as long as possible and evolve and become even more gigantic and murderous. So that's my most anticipated game of 2015. I cannot wait.
I'm excited for The Division.
What's that?
Too, yeah.
So basically, what it is you can get on, and it's this huge, apocalyptic New York, It's in the Tom Clancy universe of things.
Mm.
And you can get on, and your friends can join, and you can fight the environment. And you can take over, and you build bases, and you just go about this whole thing. There's skills, and it looks really pretty, and somebody closed the door. And
Everyone lost their shit when they saw that.
2 years ago, when I think it was 2 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, last E3, when they previewed this game, this guy was taking cover beside a cop car. And he was walking along the edge of it to get down to the hood to fire at some bad guys. And the cop car door was kind of open. Mm-hmm. And he walked by and closed the door. And people flipped
Lost their shit to the point that the developers were like, so we're just going to make a game about closing doors. Like, okay, the other one? Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Basically, why did they lose their shit over closing a door?
Was basically like if like in a video game, you're walking down the hallway and without pressing a button or doing anything, your character just whips out and like flicks something on like corrects a picture or like flicks a rope on the wall.
It makes your character like a character.
So it's just to like a realization.
Rather than having them like glitch out next to it.
Right.
It's almost the same thing as looking down and seeing your feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's some games that if you walk towards a wall, you'll put your hands on the wall.
It's just further immersing you into the environment.
Yeah.
And like rather than just being like, this is a cop car. It is a cop car. You hide behind it. It does not move. It can get shot up and there's bullet holes in it, but nothing else happens to it. Mm-hmm. No, it's like a fully actuated like object with doors that open and a hood and a trunk, and you walk by and close the door on a piece of cover.
And it's like with the Uncharted series, the hand-to-hand combat, it would change depending on what you were close to. So there's like a bar fight scene that if you're close to like a bottle, your character will seamlessly pick up the bottle and bash someone with it. Or if you're close to a table, you'll seamlessly just throw the guy into the table.
Without you doing like anything different.
Anything different, yeah. Huh. It's like immersion stuff, and like people lost their shit so hard.
So this E3, when they put it again, he closed another door.
I didn't see the gameplay for it. Oh,
I did, and I was like, "Oh, I see what you did there. You're funny."
LOL. So I want to talk about this one thing because I talked about it many an episode ago. Hatred. Mm-hmm. I showed you the game trailer for Hatred. It was horrible. Game. Steam just removed it from their early access.
Good.
And they totally removed it, and people are kind of flipping out.
Why?
Because it's like a freedom of speech thing. Like, if they have the ability to make this type of game, then they should be able to, and Steam shouldn't be able to play Pixies, Choosies with the type of games that they're offering. But it was Steam's way of trying not to get involved with this fuck-uppery that is Hatred.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, you can buy Postal and Postal 2 on Steam.
Yeah.
And there you put a cat on the... A cat.
What the fuck just happened
A
to
cat on the end of your gun is a silencer.
Do you like stick the barrel up its ass?
Yes.
So then the question is, why would Steam... Steam was just kind of being kind of weird and cheap about this because they already offer Postal on Steam, and yet they're not going to offer Hatred because reasons. Because it's new and fresh and
Probably.
hip. So that's that. That was all I just wanted to touch up on with Hatred. What's next? Do we have anything else?
We have either the Matrix Revolution Hobbit or the amount of comic
Let's do that one.
inspired TV shows.
Okay.
Okay.
You have your list.
I have a list of TV shows coming out that are based on comic books.
Ooh.
What are we sitting at for time, Computer Man?
Oh, we have time. We are at the 45 minutes.
Okay, vamp for a second.
Wow,
my
really?
phone's,
That's
my
it?
phone's being weird.
Okay.
Yeah. So while he's looking that up, just to summarize, Hobbit 3 was Matrix 3. It really was. I was so disappointed, and it was so like cheap, and they tried to make it whimsical, but also trying to keep it like really serious, and it made it really stupid, and nothing felt right, and they just tried to like throw in too many action sequences, and the whole movie was action sequences too.
Mm-hmm.
There was hardly any like thing there. And nothing fit, and it just didn't feel like it came to a good close.
I think they kind of wanted to do have the success of the first 3 Lord of the Rings movies, but getting it out of The Hobbit, they didn't have enough content, and I think they just didn't have,
They could have shortened it down to
because
2 movies and called it good.
The Lord of the Rings movies were shortened down so much.
They killed Smaug in the first 2 minutes.
That's what I heard.
Really?
In the first 2 minutes of
Isn't
the
that
movie.
the end of the book?
No, they have the Battle of
Okay.
5 Armies, but
I
they
need to read the
drew it out into like a 2.5 hour long movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, fuck this.
And Legolas was there like, hello, I'm not supposed to be here.
Mhm.
Hi. Yeah.
Anyways, okay, comic TV shows.
Okay, I'm going to read the list. So there's a bunch of comic TV shows coming up. I'm assuming because all of the success they had before. So we've got Agent Carter, iZombie, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Marvel's The Defenders, Powers, The Walking Dead spinoff, Thief of Thieves, Outcast, Pax Romana, Clone, Ronin, Letter 44, Scalped, Our Man, Preacher, Leave Extraordinary Gentlemen, DMZ, Lucifer, Teen Titans, and Supergirl. And Krypton should be on here as well.
And to be clear, that's
a lot.
Krypton, not Crypto. I had
Not
a
the
moment
dog.
of freak
Not
out when
the
I was
dog.
talking to John, and
The
I thought
Underdog,
they
the
were
movie.
making a
Underdog.
show about
Didn't
the
they
dog.
do that?
They did do an Underdog movie.
Okay.
Which,
Was it live action or cartoon?
Yeah, it was live action.
Oh.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Ooh.
So, sir, speaker of the comic word, what do you feel about it?
I don't know all of those. I'm
Which
looking
ones
for...
do you know and are you excited for?
I'm excited for Agent Carter.
Me too.
That one looks good. And
Isn't
she's-
that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. guy?
Girl.
Yeah.
Gal. Oh.
She was the gal in Captain America back in World War II.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was the one who basically helped establish S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
And she was kind of the brawn, where Tony Stark's dad was kind of the brains. And they helped establish it, and she was one of the head agents. So, that's cool. Iron Fist, that sounds interesting. I didn't know about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Teen Titans, I kind of want to see, only because there's ways to tie that into Arrow and the Flash.
Dick Grayson is Nightwing. Starfire and Raven will
Mhm.
be in the show.
They're the 3 starters.
Mm-hmm.
Nightwing.
Aren't there
Put it
like
out there.
Beast Boy, Cyborg, and someone else?
In the cartoon version.
Oh.
I mean, Teen Titans have had a lot of characters come in and out.
Okay.
Well, that's like
It's kind of like you start off as a sidekick, and then you go to a team, and then you kind of branch off on your own, and then you go back to a team, and then you branch off on your own, and then you find another team, and then you travel in time, and then you hit the other dimension that's in the multiverse, and then you hit a black world, and everything reboots.
Okay.
the life
And
cycle
that's how it goes.
life cycle of a
That's
bill,
comic
ladies and
books.
gentlemen.
But yeah,
Are we okay?
what
Are we gonna be
else?
okay?
we just got shell shocked.
Yeah, we did.
Like, I can't handle this.
I was trying to find other ones on this list that were interesting.
iZombie, I don't know what that's all about.
I'm on it.
Is it an Apple product?
I don't
Zombie.
know. It's weird. She's a zombie.
Do.
Okay,
That's
so
weird.
it's a zombie TV series.
Well,
Oh,
sorry,
no,
Ben.
iZombie.
Yeah, iZombie.
Isn't iZombie that one show that's already on? Was that like really bad show?
I don't think
With
so.
the guy from Heroes? The black guy? Was he in Heroes? No, he might have been Lost. The black guy from Lost. You guys
I don't
lost?
think so. It says
Yeah,
Lost.
Yeah, it says is upcoming,
Oh.
and it's like this girl that has she's a crime scene person. She's a zombie.
I'm quite
I'm
certain that
seeing-
iZombie is already a show.
Oh, well,
Huh.
never mind then.
Interesting.
And it's really done.
Okay.
It's like Walking Dead, but if you were to mix it with
Rizzoli and Isles.
if Medium were a zombie.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Medium. I watched too much of that show.
Me too. It's fine. We can suffer together.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
you
with
watch
with you.
the
Yeah.
Supernatural episode all the way through?
I fell asleep. In the
Damn
middle
it,
of
John.
Shame on you.
Don't you two stop shaming me.
Shame. Shame.
You've been shamed.
Finally, the betrayer and I can have some common ground.
Yeah, high five!
I don't know if we're there yet.
Damn.
Okay, well, I think we are basically finished up here.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed what we talked about, feel free to like and subscribe. We would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to this video and to the Nerd Word.
That would make us happy.
That would make us so happy.
So good.
You can ask us anything you would like, anything you want to hear us talk about, anything you want to dare us to do on the... Fucking just say something.
Talk
say
to
something.
us.
Speak.
Even if it's a letter, that'll make us happy.
Within legal reason.
That's fair.
I don't want to have to pay a lawyer.
Talk to us.
Legally do in a basement.
Talk to us on Facebook or at thenwordpodcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, all the links are in the doobly-doo.
Send nudes.
Send
don't,
your
don't
big black
send nudes.
cock.
Oh.
Please don't.
We are done
John's
here.
like, I opened that email.
Thanks
check
for
the email
listening.
regularly.
All right. And thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Oh my god. 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 Oh my god.